So this video is going to be about updating the websites, the Coders Club website. I'm going to use the example of updating the meeting times, but any change you make can be done in the same method. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to the Coders Club repo, which is located here at this URL. The next thing you're going to want to do is create a fork, and it will look slightly different for you. I've already created a fork, so go ahead and do that. Then you should be taken to your fork. Then the first thing you're going to want to do is go and clone the repo to your desktop. So I like to do all of my development work in Documents Dev, but you can do it wherever you want. I'm going to git clone the repo into a directory of my name. I'm on really shit internet. You'll probably be able to do this in half of a second. So once it's done, you can ls to see that it's in your directory, and I'm going to cd into it. And I can see here that I've downloaded all the files that are on the repo are now on my desktop. So I'm going to open up my favorite text editor, Sublime, and I can see here that all the files are here. I happen to know that I want to edit the meeting times file, but if you didn't, it's kind of nice. You can check out a way to view the server on your desktop by going to the repo, and in the README there's a line here. If you copy and paste this into your terminal, of course with sudo, you can see here that it's a little web server has started and it's listening on localhost 80. So I go to localhost 80 and there it is. There's my local version of the website. I can see that it's kind of in index.php what I want to edit, this meeting times thing. So you could start from in the templates folder. If you know what you're looking for, you could start by looking around at all the different templates and then see what partials that they're referencing and then dig in from there. I already know that the meeting times partial contains the meeting times. It's well named. So I'm going to set the meeting times to default time because we're in between semesters at the moment. Default time, or to be decided. How about that? To be decided, and room to be decided. So now that I've made the changes, I'm going to close down. Oh, actually, let me show you what that looks like. So I've successfully made my changes. I've tested them. They look great. So I'm going to shut down the PHP server by Control-C'ing, and I'm going to check the status of the changes I made, and it does indeed, Git did record that I made the changes, so I'm going to add them to the staging environment, and then I'm going to commit them with the message. You can do the shorthand for adding a message to a commit is just -m, and then whatever you want to add. Meeting times, set the meeting time to be decided for the new semester. I can see that I was successful, so I'm going to git push origin master so that you can see here that it successfully pushed to my remote. And I can see that here. I'm able to create a pull request. So let me go ahead and do that. And you click that little button there, and then you're going to want to, the base fork is CCSF Coders, the head fork is your fork. You can create the pull request. You can even leave a little comment for the video. I'm going to just review my code, of course, make sure it all looks good, it's nice and tidy. I have a good commit message. Try to squash all of your commits into 1 or 2 commits, so that's really nice to review the code repository if you ever want to go back and look at all the different changes. So I can create this pull request. We do have automatic testing, so I gotta wait for the test to run through. And at this point, you're pretty much done. As if the test passed, you're going to need an admin to merge the pull requests. So I'm also an admin on the CCSF Coders repo, so I'll show you what the admins will do when they are ready to merge your pull request. I think it's good, and they want it to go live. So this can actually take a while. So I'm just going to go ahead and skip and go straight to merging the pull request. For merge. There we go, and now the status of the pull request is merged. You can see that we're in the CCSF coders repo, so this is good to go. You will notice that if you go to CCSF coders website, it's not changed. That's because even though it's on the repo, it doesn't mean that it's updated on the Hills server. So for an admin who wishes to update the live site, it's good to go. What they can do is SSH into the Hills server, and that's for admins to know how to do. And once they're in, you can cd into the public._html directory, and you can see all the same files are on here. They're just not up to date. I think if we, so we can do git pull origin master. Oh shoot. All right, and we can see that the meeting times PHP file was updated successfully. So now if we go to Coders Club website, it is successfully updated. Sometimes there is the issue that the permissions on the folders and the files get screwed up, and if that's the case, you'll know because you'll go onto the website and there'll be error messages flying around. To fix that, you can run the shell script fix permissions that I made. That should go ahead and fix the permissions on the files. And that's it.